Good morning, guys. In this video, I'll talk to you about the payment gateways. In particular, I would like to talk to you about Stripe as a payment gateway. This is what we were going to use in our e-commerce site. So for an agenda, we're going to talk about what Stripe is and settlement currency, transaction currency, depending on your headquarters, and payment schedule, payout schedule, as well as the cost of working with Stripe, the commission, dispute handling, inquiries and retrievals. This is just before. Sometimes this is initiated from the issuer, the card issuer of your customer, and the dispute activity and dispute rate. This is very important things that you need to consider when you are starting your e-commerce business. The dispute activity and dispute rate and dispute handling and being on the monitoring program and so on. So Stripe, as you can see, you can get to Stripe through the stripe.com here. This is the official site for Stripe. So this is a payment infrastructure for the internet. These are some of the businesses that work with Stripe, the big businesses. You can probably most likely recognize Zoom, Slack, as well as Shopify. So big businesses work with Stripe nowadays. It's been always big, in fact. All right. You can increase your revenue with the payment options available online, of course, for global audience. And this is what the Stripe says. Stripe says that it is available for the global audience, but in fact, it accepts payments from anybody on planet Earth that is using a legit credit card, debit card, online processing card. However, you as a business owner, if your business is based in a country that is not Stripe friendly, Stripe won't be able to pay you the money, because Stripe is like a mediator. Stripe will hold the money for you. So for example, Nora sold for 100 customers, 100 items, let's say. So all the payments are all together in my Stripe account. It's like a mediator, so it's like a bank account, it's like a Stripe account, yeah. So I have all the amount stored for me in the Stripe account until a certain payment schedule or payout schedule from Stripe to my bank account. Now, where is my bank account? This is the main question. So let me check, where do we find which countries Stripe operate in? Is it in the pricing? Let me check. I should have got the page already done, opened up before the presentation. So Stripe, yeah. So this is the pricing in general. Which countries are you available in? Sitemap? Maybe I can get it from there. Global availability, maybe. Let's check here. Okay, so as you can see here, once Stripe is supported in your country, you'll be able to accept payments from customers anywhere in the world. So you always be able to accept payments from customers anywhere in the world, but where is your bank account? Where is your business bank account? So from the map, you can easily see that here, Canada and the United States, parts of South America is supported, Australia, Japan is supported. That's good news. This, which country is this? This is Indonesia maybe? I'll check on Malaysia. And this is India. And this is Europe, yeah? So let's take a look. These are the countries that Stripe is available for business in 44 countries now. Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil. That is interesting. Probably we have some students coming from the Czech Republic. Malaysia, my guess was right. It's Malaysia. Malta. These are all like European countries. Singapore as well. Slovenia as well. Sweden, United Arab Emirates. I think this is a new edition. A new edition. We have, of course, India, Japan, Latvia, but unfortunately we don't. We have request and invite. Philippines. Where is this country? Liechtenstein. Is this like a locked country in Europe? Gibraltar. Wow, that's quite interesting. And here, Philippines as well. Request and invite. That's quite interesting. So they are kind of like, they probably need to review your account really in depth before they accept you in these requests and invite. These are new. Philippines. Okay, good for the Philippines. A very good step. So Japan here, Hong Kong, of course, but I don't see countries like Vietnam. Philippines here maybe is hopefully going to be pushed up here. I don't see countries like Indonesia. I see Malaysia there, Singapore, but not Indonesia, unfortunately, or Vietnam, where most of my students come from. So grab this opportunity as you are here in Japan and you have a bank account to start an endeavor with e-commerce if you are up to it. Yeah. So I have also I'm going to talk about a different alternative for my students coming from Southeast Asia, but for now it is just important for us to actually talk about Stripe because this is like the number one payment gateway worldwide. All right, so even Kickstarter in the past, Slack, Grab, Space Market. I should add also Zoom, Adidas, and Shopify as well. Okay, so with Stripe you can do the following. You can accept payments, different payments from cards, wallets, local payments, currencies, different currencies, and all that. Mobile and different customer interfaces. Process, you can do your revenue optimization with authentication, and also you will be part of the fraud and disputes program. So we're going to talk about this in a bit, how when Stripe is going to put you under the radar. Settle and reconcile. How do you reconcile or try to resolve or make a remedy for any dispute? And payouts, we're going to talk about payouts schedules and managing key reporting and insights, business operations, third-party integration. Third-party integration, don't worry about it. We're going to do it. Or maybe, in fact, I maybe uploaded the video about integration before this video. So this part, with more experience, you will be able to explore more features, but of course we're going to start with the integration. So for this lecture I'm going to just focus on the payments, about the fraud and disputes, and about here the reconciliation as well as the payouts. All right, what is a settlement currency and what is a transaction currency? As you can see here in the visual, we have customer 1 and customer 2, and customer 1 has a bank 1, of course, and customer 2 has another bank. Let's say that customer 2 is in a country and customer 1 is in another country. So basically this customer is paying in US dollar, this customer is paying in euros, and your business is in Japan. So basically your business in Japan has a Japanese bank account. So if it has a Japanese bank account, Japanese banks accept currency in Japanese. So this customer, that customer one that pays in, did we say euros or US dollars? Let's say in US dollars, for example, this is the transaction currency. The transaction currency here is in US dollars, but once it is wired to your bank account in Japan, there will be currency conversion involved and other fees for that. So this will be the settlement currency or the settlement bank. So your settlement currency will be the Japanese yen. The same applies for customer 2. If they are using euros, this is the transaction currency, then your settlement currency will be the Japanese currency. So based on your settlement currency, there will be a currency conversion. Not only the conversion rate that you will probably lose a certain or a fraction of your revenue on, but also there is a fine involved in converting the currency. So in general, bank accounts must be located in the country where their settlement currency is based, yeah? For example, in Sweden, the settlement currency is the SEK. In Japan, it is the yen, and so forth. So accounts created in Japan can receive payouts in the following settlement currencies. Only Japanese, no other currencies. Payouts. Now that you have been in business for 1 month, you probably would like to get some money into your bank account, yeah? Into your business bank account. Usually, because this is like a business transaction, you are going to most likely use the Stripe account so that you could schedule your payouts. So you can have it every end of the month. It's easier for your tax reporting and other accounting activities. So let's say that a payout, in definition, it is receiving your funds that is held by Stripe or your platform that makes payouts to your bank account, your business bank account. The payout availability depends on the number of factors, such as the industry and the country you're operating in, and the risks involved. Usually, as a general rule, with Stripe, you can receive your first payout not before the first 14 days, like from 7 to 14 days, you could receive your first successful payout. So do not expect that you could receive any money after operations, business operations, before the 7th or the 1st or the 2nd week. With Japanese businesses, it takes longer. I don't know why, but it takes longer. The first payout usually takes a little longer. Also, the first payout in general takes a little bit longer, and really longer with the Japan Stripe. I have no idea why is that so. Even on the website of Stripe, I looked it up back in the time. I was like, why this is taking forever? And basically, Japan was mentioned as one of the countries, actually the only country, I don't know why it was the only country mentioned on the Stripe website that it takes actually longer. So expect to take longer. Anyway, so activating your account for payouts, basically you need to activate your account, requires your bank account information. So here, the Japanese bank account, you put the bank account information, for example, here, the branch name, you need the bank code, you need the branch code, and then account number, and the account owner name, as you can see here. By default, Stripe automatically creates payouts for your available account balance based on the schedule specified in the dashboard. You can actually edit this schedule easily on the dashboard. And the schedule depends on your country and whether your business operates in a high-risk industry. So it also depends on the industry. So there are some industries are considered high risk. Drop shipping is one of them. If you are creating a Stripe account with Japan, they will ask you what kind of business you are operating. Do not mention the word drop shipping there. This is not even an advice, this is a must. Otherwise, your chances of getting accepted even and working with Stripe is maybe remote. Japanese government and Japanese financial system, unfortunately, does not favor drop shipping. I don't know why. Even though, as you have noticed with Mr. Diego Otiyama, when he came and gave us the public speech, he said that he's bringing all the merchandise from Brazil, and he realized that drop shipping in within Japan for warehousing, like outsourcing the warehousing and the delivery, which is drop shipping basically, is a better option and cheaper and low cost, and all these merits that he talked about. Peace of mind and soul, more time to focus on marketing, and but yet still with the Japanese system, there's something about the word drop shipping that gets them shaky. So from experience, I'm telling you, please do not mention drop shipping. Just say that you are sourcing your products from China or from abroad, and then you are branding it in Japan and selling it, or you're manufacturing your products in China or manufacturing your products abroad, and your products are this and this and that, and you are in fact shipping it, branding it in Japan and shipping it from Japan. All right. When payment is first received, it's initially reflected as a pending balance. So it's like a pending balance. Pending balance is a balance that is held by Stripe, less any Stripe fees. So Stripe will actually get their fees first, and then they give you the money. This is easy for your taxation and easy for your accounting. Now, when we're doing pricing, we are going to consider the Stripe fees as part of our price, because we want to secure minimum, I would say, hopefully, if you are in a very winning industry, like you really chose those very cheap products, like the students who are doing the phone accessories, then probably you can get 50 or if not more, 50%, if not more profit margin on each item. Yeah, but do not accept less than 15%. If you are really desperate and you have no skills or nothing in life other than drop shipping, or you really into drop shipping these items because you have stronger plans in the future, you know this industry, you know it very well, you are passionate for it, and you're just doing this to start saving capital so that you can buy the products and export it, so that you can buy it in bulk, and it's way much cheaper than the rate that we are buying it from AliExpress, and you're just doing this for like 1 year. This is your plan. I'm doing this drop shipping with this high price. Don't think that AliExpress drop shipping prices are cheap. They are not. They're really bad prices for making money. But usually successful people who really determined and persistent, they know what they're doing. They know the industry. They just want to focus on marketing for the first week, building the customer base, getting to know how to operate the business, and then also saving a little bit of money on as a side job, of course, a little bit of money so that they can buy their first shipment from China, or be able to go to China, in fact, and bring their first shipment. So with this, I can understand, you know, why would you accept 10%? But in general, for a service industry, you shouldn't be accepting less than 15%. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Because honestly speaking, there are certain analysis that we run which are opportunity cost. Maybe your opportunity cost is different than mine, because for your age, you need to count the 28 hours that as an international student in Japan, you are allowed to work 28 hours a week. Let's say that you work only 20 hours a week in the normal state. Or let's say you work 28 hours a week in this normal state. How much money are you receiving per hour? And then you need to see how many hours, 28 hours. Then just put in the business 28 hours a week. And this is not really enough, in fact, if you're starting up a new business. But let's say that you're putting and averaging 28 hours or 30 hours. You are not allowed actually to work more than 28 hours. So you're going to have to log 28 hours for the government, and you give yourself a certain salary. so that you will see whether you are making enough money and profit or not. So you need to pay yourself and see, is this making more money than working 28 hours and making Niman Hasayen, like 28,000 yen, if you're earning 1,000 per hour, let's say. So are you making per month 28,000 yen minimum? Yeah. So if you are doing that, then you are just getting a job where you are self-sustained, you're working from home, you don't have to work outside, doing whatever job, that's fine. But in general, I'm thinking if you're doing such a high level kind of job, you're probably anticipating double the 28,000. So you probably consider yourself a very successful entrepreneur if you could make probably 35,000 yen, for example, for only 28 hours of work. Yeah, for only 28 hours of hard work, then that's fine. Of course, you can make more money if you can dedicate more hours, but you can't dedicate more hours legally. Legal wise, you can't put on the books that you worked for more than 28 hours for this business. Yeah. All right. I keep saying yeah. This is very bad habit. I was gonna say yeah. Okay. When a payment is first received, it's initially reflected as a pending balance. So less than any Stripe fees. We talked about it, and the payment being received, paying paid out for Stripe accounts on a 7-day calendar. A Japanese is 14-day calendar, not 7-day. It's double. Payout schedule. 7-day calendar. In Japan, it's more than 7-day. Applies to all countries except Japan. Do you see that? And businesses in higher risk industries. Payouts are made daily and contain payments processed 7 calendar days prior. For example, payments received on Tuesday are paid out by the following Tuesday. But in Japan, it takes 14 days. Japan, weekly. Payouts are made once a week on a day of your choosing and include payments processed up to 4 business days prior. Now, for the JCB, Diners Club, and Discover payments, they are available for payouts after 30 calendar days instead of 4 business days. I don't know why they say 4 business days. This is not right, really. It takes longer, but maybe because dropshipping is still like when you're saying I'm manufacturing my products not in Japan, you're saying I'm manufacturing my products abroad or getting my products from abroad, they can, and you are from your name you are probably gaijin, probably put you on the high risk. This is probably why. So be ready. If you're operating from Japan, be ready to be put on the special people list. All right. So having this said, minimum payout amounts. It's very important that you understand that there is a minimum payout amount. If your available account balance is less than this minimum payout amount, it remains in your Stripe account until your balance increases. So for example, let's say I would like to try running a campaign for the course, and whatever money I am selling, I'm getting the campaign, I'm selling some money, whatever I am getting out of it, I am going to, get the money back from the customers. Well, this is why I don't run marketing campaigns with my students. You know why? Because if you're not getting enough money on in your Stripe account, you won't be able to get that money. That's it. Either you keep going and pushing and running more campaigns so that you can have enough amount or not. But nowadays we are very lucky. Look at that. The minimum payout amount is very low. Is €1. This is a Great Britain pound. This is 5. This is 10. This is 5. It's a very little amount. It's not too much. I don't have Japan. Why is that so? I'm not sure about Japan. Yeah, anyway, Japan hold it for too long for you. So if you're running operations and you keep running operations, let's see. Only Japan. Payout schedules within 7 days. $14 to high-risk businesses, 30 calendar days in Brazil. Japan Weekly applies to Japan. This is actually new. Japan Weekly. Sometimes takes longer. I can't find it. Here. For most Stripe users, there's no minimum payout amount. However, there are some exceptions for these countries, but the amounts are so little. But Japan is not mentioned, so this is no minimum payout amount in Japan. Yeah, so you will be getting debited in your bank account. All right, so that's awesome news. In fact, in Japan, you don't need a minimum, but in general, I really worry about, here in Japan, if you wanna run a business, in fact, it's quite easy. For one reason, they tell you have 1 month to report any business operations. So you have 1 month. And then you need to report it. However, it's not clear. For example, let's say that I ran a campaign with my students, yeah, and you received the money. I worry that if you get this payout, is not taxable. It's an income, yeah, it's an income, but we need to pay tax on it. So not reporting it, even if it's 1 yen, not reporting this 1 yen into my income. I don't want the system in the future after 30, 40 years to be centralized, all speaking to each other, very interconnected, and then they find out like 30 years ago, one of my students actually received some fund without paying an income on it, even if it's like 1,000 yen, and oh, you haven't paid an income on this 1,000 yen, and they are put into trouble after they're being hopefully very successful people, and after years and years they go after them for like 1,000 yen that they've received in a class for academic purposes, and they tell you didn't pay income tax on it. This is my fears also. It's not only the payment system per se, but also my fear with handling the taxation. Pricing in Japan. This is very important for us. When you are considering estimating, like over the envelope or on top of the envelope kind of estimations for your profits, you will have 2% fees applies, and also 0.5% for Stripe billing that for the settlement currency if it's different than Japanese. So you will have to consider 2.5% roughly. Then, just using Stripe, there is any successful card charge will be 3.6%. In fact, you've seen it here, probably on the home page, yeah? So then, here, we are on the page. So as you can see here, guys, the 3.6% is the charge is it in any country? That is the question. Yeah, that is the question. Where is the countries? No. Global, where's global availability? Right there. I just would like to check something very quickly. Just being extra patient, I would like to see if India, for example, they pay the same amount. Let's see, where's India? Here's India. Open. I want to see Malaysia also. Or Mexico. Mexico. Let's check. Oh, they won't show me until I am actually registered. I am just wondering if all countries pay the 3.6 3.6%, this cut flat rate regardless. I think maybe with this, yeah, maybe with Stripe. Yeah. Now I know why I'm wondering. With the Stripe, you pay 3.6% regardless of your location, I think. But there is another platform, another payment gateway that I want to introduce you to, especially if you're running business in Vietnam, in Indonesia, in other countries all over the world that Stripe is not supported. And with that, every country has its own percentage. For example, Latin America has very high percentage. They take like 5.6% on that gateway, payment gateway. Yeah. So with the Stripe, this is also one thing that makes the Stripe very unique and very popular. All countries have the same flat rate, 3.6%. All right. So now let's talk about dispute handling or chargeback. Maybe I'll talk about dispute handling and chargeback in the next video. This is very important.